Yo, yo, welcome to an episode of Superkick Podcast. I'm your host, Ringside P. We are back from Wrestlemania. Well, I am. I know some of you guys went. You guys definitely watch. We got the Raw after Mania to discuss. Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, give me feedback. I got tons to kind of go over from Wrestlemania. I probably won't do it all on this because this is just kind of just my recap of night one and night two. And I rock the WrestleMania, but I got tons of pictures I'm constantly in the process of putting up right now on IG. Check out my IG, check out my YouTube, editing shorts, editing little reels and videos from the different footage that I recorded. I had just different views and everything. I was able to sit on the floor behind the announcers, which was mad dope. That was real cool. I'm hoping maybe to go back at SummerSlam or next year's WrestleMania to even be closer. My goal is for a PLE to be like ringside, actually around the ring right there, so you guys can see me, so I can see all the action the right way and just feel the energy or whatever. But man, WrestleMania was great. I'm gonna get into it, but just the energy in the building was amazing. 70,000 plus people night one and night two. Besides it being cold, night one I was freezing because I didn't expect it to be so cold, but it was freezing night one. Night two was a little bit better. I had layered up or whatnot, so it wasn't as cold. But night one was brutal. But yeah, man, I'm still recovering from my WrestleMania weekend. I couldn't imagine grabbing Thursday because it's so much to do during the time that you're out there. Like, it's stuff that I wanted to do that I didn't get a chance to do. I should have went to Smackdown, but I didn't go. Next time I know for sure I'm gonna go to that. Definitely gonna try to go to the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. I mean, while I'm already out in the city, I might just go anyway, right? So might as well just do that. I went to WWE World. That was cool. I got footage of that. Should I throw this in here? Well, you know what? I ain't got time to throw it in here. It's just so much to do and so much to go over. Check out my Instagram. I'm gonna be adding the different stuff that I saw there. They had like a 360 booth you can add, hold the title with. They had stuff in the Attitude Era. They had the Firefly Fun House. They had the new theme. They had a statue of Bray Wyatt. They had a main stage. They had different shows on there. The Slammies were back. Superstar Raw. You had to see different superstars, NXT, WWE. They had a do your own like superstar like entrance, but I didn't get a chance to do because I got there too late on the Sunday. I should have got there earlier, but I had them doing the superstar brunch, which was cool too. Like I said, it's just so much there. There was the tattoo like area of people getting tattoos. I thought it was like fake tattoos, but the dude I saw a dude with the Bray Wyatt white bunny, and somebody had something else. I forgot. Another guy had showed me, but they were just getting real tattoos there. They had a kids zone there. They were doing auctions there. Different setups from the in your house like setup, which was cool. I got pictures of that. There's so much stuff for me to try to just show you guys. Like I said, make sure you follow me on IG. This man, I just speechless because it was so cool, man. Like, it was a really dope experience. I'm glad that I went. I definitely want to do it again. Like I say, don't have too many complaints. This is my first time going, not just as like a spectator, but actually like a creator. Trying to do content and stuff like that. So trying to keep that in mind. Also not trying to like fan out because I'm seeing people that I see on TV that I think are cool, and it's just a good time, man. Just a good time. If you went to WWE World, let me know. Comment below, tell me about your experience. If you went to WrestleMania, let me know. Same thing, man. Comment below, let me know what you think. What do you think about night one and night two? But let's get into night one. We're gonna kick it off we had Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch for the championship. Pretty solid match. I love Rhea's entrance. Even Becky's entrance. Her ring attire was dope. The scene that they had, I think I could tell afterwards there were actually, words and sentences from her book on her re-entire. So that was cool to see. Rhea come out with the song, and they playing the songs. It was just energy was crazy. I think word of the day is gonna be energy, like Pee-wee's Playhouse in a sense. But it was great, man. Like, so the match was solid in my opinion. It seems like the fans weren't so torn. I heard a little bit of Becky chants from where we were, but I feel like most of them was chanting for Rhea. I wanted Rhea to win, and I was happy with the outcome because Rhea did win. She won the match in good fashion. I want to say that she dominated the match. It was a good back and forth match. That's like the one thing too. Like, I wish that they would put like speakers so you can hear the commentating, because the presentation for me means so much. So that's part of the presentation for me is the commentating, and so because it helps add more to the story. Add more to the story, and I just appreciate it so much. So here, especially, I would have wanted to hear Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, Corey Graves and stuff like that just call the match and whatnot. But Rhea won. Mommy's always on top, still on top. So that kicked off night one pretty good, Then we followed that up with the 6-pack ladder match for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships. And once again, pretty good match, man. Like, not much to really complain about that. I'm happy that they split the titles. I think it was a good. I think it was time to do so. You have an emergence of more tag teams, and they need something to go for. And having both titles hung up into one team, kind of hurts the rest of the division. So now maybe the division can blossom a little bit more or whatnot. And so we had A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They pulled down the Smack Team Championships. And so what was left was the Raw Tag Team Championships. And I kind of wish Grayson Waller and Austin Theory would have kind of kept competing for the Raw Championship. It seemed like they got taken out, and it was kind of like, well, we got our things, so we good, But then it came down to R-Truth, man, and he run up there, and the fans were behind him all the way, 100%. And in R-Truth fashion, instead of him initially getting the ladder and getting in, he was reaching in for a tag. Like, tag me in, man, tag me in. And they had to tell him, like, no, man, it's a ladder match. We got to get the titles from up there. It's not a tag match, Truth. But man, he went up there and he pulled down the World Tag Team Championships, and Austin Truth is tag team champions. So I guess you could say 3 for 3, because I picked Grayson Waller and Austin Theory and Austin Truth and Rhea to win so far. So then we go to the next match, which is LWO and Legado del Fantasma. Well, like, to a combination, we got Santos and Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. And I think I had picked Rey and Dragon Lee to win that. Once again, they always put on the show. It came down to all the members of both sides getting into it. And once again, Joaquin went crazy. Joaquin Wild went crazy. Did the little, I guess you want to call it, launch pad off the ropes. I have to go back and watch WrestleMania, because I want to see, like, say, the presentation and everything, the different angles and how they just filmed it and shot everything, and be able to see the different moves and appreciate them a little bit better from where I was sitting at. But I'm definitely trying to make time to go back and watch that. But I could tell that he got up and up on that move there. And it came down to Dom was about to, I think he had a steel chair, if I remember correctly, and then two masked men jumped out, grabbed a steel chair, and then whooped up down a little bit and threw him back in the ring. And it turned out there was two members of the Eagles. We in Philly, so of course the Eagles came out and help LWO, which seems awkward, and well, not awkward, but just doesn't really fit in the situation because you got a face team having outside help. The numbers were even, except for Don cheating with a chair or whatnot. But still, I get why they was there and why they helped out LWO, but LWO gets the win. And so far, I'm still feeling good about WrestleMania. Besides being cold, everything's still good, Then the next match is Uso versus Uso, twin versus twin, brother versus brother. Obviously, they would have to be brothers if they're twins, right? Jay versus Jimmy, Yeet versus No Yeet. And Jay comes out, Lil Wayne comes out, and I thought he was having a new song, but didn't get the new song. We came out to a little like broken version of a Millie because it seemed like the microphone wasn't working. So I don't know, maybe they heard it on TV or whatever. Let me know if you guys did, or I'll find out when I watch it. Then Jay Uso came out, did his thing. He was yeeting everywhere. So it was cool. And then Jimmy came out all sparkly. Air Force Ones all sparkly, pants all sparkly. He was all sparkled up, And it wasn't the match that I thought it was gonna be. I don't know, man. I expected more. I felt like that had the possibility to steal the night, to be the match of the night for me. Just because they know each other, they're twins, and they've been doing this for such a long time. And I don't know. I guess I wanted more out of the match, and maybe too, it's the presentation thing. Because I know Jay was saying stuff and Jimmy was saying stuff back and forth, and that they was trying to tell the story and add emotion to it, but to the audience, or at least to me, I couldn't hear what they were saying, so I don't know what actually they was kind of saying. I can kind of read what Jimmy was saying. I think he said "I'm sorry" at one point or whatnot. And they kind of got to Jay a little bit, and then sucking them in. But for the most part, I think they were trying to tell more with the story, and like I say, it just didn't go over well. But at least with the people in the audience or whatnot. But Jay gets to win. I think I had picked Jimmy because I wanted Jay to get back in the bloodline, but I don't remember. But I'm gonna say I picked Jimmy for that. But yeah, I expected more out of that match, so I was a little disappointed in that match. But I'm hoping more can come out of this Yeet versus No Yeet. It shouldn't be over yet. They can run it back or do something. I think they need to redo that for us, because as I said, I think it had the possibility to be real great. But I was just a little let down by it. Next we had Damage Control. Damage Control, the Kabuki Warriors, Dakota Kai versus Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. And by the time we're all still freezing, it's getting colder by the night, shivering, doing this, and wishing I had some hot chocolate. Didn't know they had hot chocolate at the venue until later on when someone told me. And I'm like, man, I would have went up and got some hot chocolate because I was cold. But then Jade, Naomi, Bianca come out, and they come out from this giant like platform, and it lowers down and whatnot, and then each one of their individual music plays, and they come down to the ring together. And once again, like, solid match, nothing to complain about. I picked Bianca, Jade, and Naomi to win, and I'm happy that they got that moment. Bianca Street stays alive as being undefeated at WrestleMania. They pointed at the sign. I'm pretty sure it's an iconic picture. I gotta go through my stuff to see if someone took it. I'm pretty sure that somebody did, but it was a cool moment. I want to see more out of Jade Cargill. I want to see more of what she can do. I want to see her range of just moves and her as a superstar, and what the WWE machine can do for Jade Cargill's star power and just abilities or whatnot. So, because I didn't get a chance to really watch her much in AEW, I just knew that she had the championship for a very long time and she was on a real long run. Then it came to the end, and she was gone. And I'm like, man, that's weird. And then she popped up in WWE. And so I'm ready to see more from Jade. But yeah, man, still solid match. Still good, feeling good about WrestleMania night one. Besides being cold, like I keep saying, but energy was still high. Everyone was having a good time. We was enjoying ourselves or whatnot, mingling, talking to people next to you and everything. Then we go into what I'm gonna say is the match of the night for me: Sammy Balboa versus Gunther. So I had picked Gunther to win. I just thought he was gonna hold the title and it's gonna carry on to Berlin or what, Bash of Berlin or whatever. I didn't see anyone beating him right now. But once again, like during the match, he dominated Sami Zayn, pummeling him. Sami still kicking out, showing that will, the underdog will. Like Rocky taking a beating, still getting up. Using Sammy's wife as a pawn, taunting her, Gunther was or whatnot. And it seemed to fire up Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn hit this incredible brain buster off the turnbuckle. I thought he almost didn't kill Gunther or whatever. And then hit him with a hula kick to the back of the head. Dropped him. 1, 2, 3. And your new champion, Intercontinental Champion, is Sami Zayn. I was shocked by that. That's what I'm saying. That's probably my match of the night, because it was just all in all like a good match. It was good storytelling. I can tell the story being told from my seat during the match without them even having to hear anything from them. So that was a good match to me. Was that? Excuse me. Like I say, the match of the night was that Sammy versus Gunther. Then we get into the biggest tag team match of all time: Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes versus The Rock and Roman Reigns, to determine the stipulation for the main event night 2. Rock comes out. Well, Seth Rollins comes out. One pyro. See, I was looking forward to Seth Rollins coming out because he has the pyro. So I knew when the pyro came out, there was going to be some warmth for all of us there. We can be able to feel it. We'll warm up a little bit. Not a lot. Just a little bit. A little boost of warmth for us. Nah, man. He had one little poof of fire, and that was it. And I'm like, yo, where's the rest of the fire at? And, but you found out where the rest of the fire went, because The Rock took it. The Rock took it to come out with the final boss took it to come out, and had the Brahma Bull logo all inflamed up or whatever. And it took I'm pretty sure that took all of that's pyro. And so didn't feel that. And so I'm still cold because of The Rock and his flaming Brahma Bull for no reason. He comes out with a belt. And we're like, well, why is The Rock got the belt? Well, because he's The Rock. Why not? He's the final boss. He comes out the belt. Roman comes out. And I was confused by the match because I thought it would be a standard tag team match. Not too many like crazy, like some antics, right? Some a little bit cheating or whatever, because Roman and Rock are heels, but not to the degree that I saw. And once again, I guess this has to go back to I have to watch the story. Watch the replay of WrestleMania, because I think they were saying like The Rock was telling the referee, if you keep counting, or I'm gonna fire you, or whatever, blah blah. And the ref was all confused that way. I was hoping that I was gonna see more. See, The Rock still had it. If The Rock still had the ability to be The Rock after all this time off from being in the ring, did some kicks, did some punches, took a rock bottom to the table outside, hit a people's elbow, hit a rock bottom himself. And I'm like, interesting. Like Roman pretty much carried the match. And I'm like, well, I didn't get much of The Rock. Like, I'm happy to see The Rock. That's my first time seeing him live wrestle, so that's like I said before, that's on my bucket list. So I got to see one of the people that I grew up like idolizing, in a sense, like wrestle. And so that was real cool. But I wanted to see more of The Rock. I was hoping to get, you still got a chant. I just knew who's gonna hear that from the crowd that you still got it. Rock was gonna come out with the kip up and all the different Rock stuff, and I don't know, man, just kind of just played it, just laid back. He didn't really do much, and maybe there's more to that, part of that, but we'll see. I think it's still some more storytelling being told in that, and I guess I was also disappointed too because the build up in Chicago, the Mama's Roll belt, the blood, all this stuff that was said that was going to be done, and I think Cody got hit with the belt once, and that was like it. And I'm like, man, okay. Like I guess I was a little let down by the ending of that match because at the end they were just like, all right, well, they got pinned and that was it. And Rock and Roman wins, and now for night 2 is Bloodline Rules. And what is Cody Rhodes going to do with Bloodline Rules in his tag team championship match? No, not tag team, in his regular championship match. So all in all, night 1, real quick, was solid. Besides being let down by the last match, to me, everything else was good. And even though I was let down, not to the point where it just ruined the night, I just wanted more. I guess I just expected more out of that last match. Steffi been, being labeled the biggest tag team match of all time and the biggest WrestleMania of all time. I wanted more, I guess I wanted to be brutal. I wanted to see the blood, I wanted to hear someone getting whipped with the belt, but we didn't get that. It is what it is. So we're going to go into night 2. So night 2 WrestleMania kicks off with Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre comes out. Dope entrance, Braveheart style entrance. People with the swords up. Drew McIntyre going into swords like that. People dropping the swords. So it was solid. Seth Rollins comes out with mariachi band, it seems like. And it's all singing and dancing, bright colors, and it's just very Seth Rollins like. Once again, I can't wait to be able to have time to go back and watch WrestleMania, just so I can really see everything and appreciate how everything was like done or whatnot. But another great way to kick off WrestleMania of the night 2. Great match, Claymore kicks, pedigrees, curb stomps, like just endless surprises. Like they just had they finisher meter on like 10. They were just using them all up. But unfortunately for Seth Rollins, he ran out of finishers, and Drew McIntyre had one more in him. Power Claymore kicked him. 1, 2, 3, your new champion. Drew McIntyre got his moment in front of the fans at WrestleMania. We were all cheering for him. We knew someone else that I picked, to win. So that was great to see. And then Drew got full of himself and saw CM Punk over there at commentary and went over there and approached him and was talking trash to him. Apparently, because I said I couldn't hear it, and told CM Punk to suck it. Or I couldn't make that out. And Punk took off the brace on his torn bicep and pulled the leg sweep. Drew McIntyre beat him with the brace, and then Damian Priest comes out. Senior Money in the Bank comes out to cash in on Drew McIntyre, and what do you know? It's off in heaven. And 1, 2, 3, the new World Heavyweight Champion, Damian Priest, also shocked by that, because it was just feeling like, and here we go, man, they did their job again, man, with the Money in the Bank and Damian Priest, just the feeling that he wasn't going to do anything with it, that he didn't fit in the title picture. There was no momentum behind him, and they rocked us to sleep with it, at least for me. I thought it could happen, but I really wasn't expecting it to happen. I thought it would have been for maybe one of the mid-card titles or something like that, or maybe it would have still been another play to use with the Undisputed Championship. But he comes out, he cashes in, new champion first Puerto Rican champion in the last like 50 years, which is amazing. So that's cool that they did that and that he was able to do that and represent for the people of Puerto Rico like that. So, man, props to Damian Priest for being able to do that, man, and represent like that, man. That's great. Sucks for Drew McIntyre, but it's part of wrestling, man. Part of the Money in the Bank. You live by it, you die by it. Sometimes you get screwed by it. It is what it is, yo. So then we go into the next match, which is the Philly Street fight. I had picked the Final Testament because I just knew they got a name, they got some shirts, they got vignettes, they got a nice entrance. They must are going to win the match, and I did not know that Bubba Ray Dudley was going to be the special guest referee for the match. And once I knew that, I knew Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits was going to win. But I feel like it wasn't just them because B-Fab jumped in, Scarlett jumped in, so it was everyone jumping in and fighting. These kendo sticks, whipping. The way these guys was using these kendo sticks and whipping each other was what I had expected to see. The Rock do to Cody or Cody be able to do with The Rock with that Mama's Rose belt the night before. I didn't get that, but they took this street fight to another level. Tried to put King across the table collapsed, broke. And they was like, all right, man, whatever. We got another one. Montez Ford hit the frog splash off the top rope on Karrion Kross, and the winners, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Bobby Lashley, B-Fab. They win, and that's great to see too. And Snoop was on commentary, which I didn't get to see or hear anything like that. That's why I wish they would put speakers some way where you can still hear the commentating. It's a part of the show, and the people at home get to hear it, and I think the people in attendance should be able to hear it too, because it just adds to the show. It adds to the match, and I think it's needed. I definitely think it's needed now. So maybe in the future they might do something like that where you can add that sound in the house or whatever. So after that, we go to AJ Styles and LA Knight in their fight. Once again, man, like, solid match. I don't think I really expected too much out of the match. I think it could have been a Friday Night Smackdown type of match, honestly, or another PLE match. I don't think it was. I don't know, man. I don't think it was WrestleMania worthy of the match. Actually, I had to go to the bathroom, and I was trying to go to the bathroom. I had got up like towards him, and I kind of figured that LA Knight was going to win. I went to go to the bathroom, and I thought, I can go pee and then come back. But the line was too long, so I just came back and sat back down. By the time I came back, LA Knight had won. With the BFT, BFT, and I should win him, man. LA Knight, yeah, megastar. When the draft comes, I hope he makes his way over to Raw, and so when Raw goes to Netflix, and if the rumor are true or whatever they're saying about they're able to talk a little more freely on Monday Night Raw. I hope that's the case with LA Knight. It's all crazy now. Hope that's the case with LA Knight, because I think that's what he needs to be able to do, is be able to speak and add some sentence enhancers in his promos. I think that's what's missing for him. I think he has to limit himself and dummy down some of the stuff that he has to say. They might not hit the same. So I want to see LA Knight on Monday Night Raw. So I'm hoping for that when the draft comes and when they go to Netflix. So far, what do you guys think about night 1 and night 2? So we still got, after that is Io Sky versus Bayley for the championship. I always love Io Sky's music. It's probably, I feel like I can listen to that just on its own nonstop. I might listen to it when I get done with this before anyone gets here, just start blasting it, because it's just dope. The beat and everything, the bass in it is crazy. That's one thing I hear about where I was sitting at, like behind the announcer area. I didn't get to see the entrances of the superstars like I wanted to. So I'm still trying to figure out the best spot to sit. You guys let me know where you guys like to sit at when you get the opportunity to go to different shows or whatnot. But I call it for Bayley to win. She won. Another good solid match. They were doing things for night 2. I was hoping that could be the match to seal the night. Match of the night for that. I'm gonna try to see what else did I had. That was it. I feel like there was one more match. Yeah, 3. No, they had. I think I'm missing a match. From night 2, but I'm tired. But I was hoping that could be the match of the night, and it kind of came close, honestly, because they did some stuff that I feel like I've only seen Io Sky do before, so that was cool. But say we got Bayley as the new champion. Called it. I thought we was gonna get Hugger Bayley, but maybe we're just too past that or whatnot. But I thought for like old time's sake, I think the crowd would have went crazy, even crazier if Bayley came out to the Hugger Bayley music, or it ended with her win with that. Another thing I was noticing too, people were winning the championship and there was no fireworks for them, which is rare, because I feel like every time someone used to win a championship, it'd be fireworks galore. But I don't know, it's what it is. But so we got Bayley winning that. Then we go to the main event of night 2. Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship, featuring bloodline rules as a stipulation. Pretty much meaning anything goes. And that's what I kind of thought it was going to be, something like that. Anything goes, right? Getting to the match, and they're going back and forth and hitting Cody Cutters and Cody Cutters, the disaster kicks, the Superman punches, crossroads, kicking out. I think Jimmy comes out. All right, pal. Starts getting hectic. Jimmy comes out, starts super kicking Cody Rhodes and jumping on him, and next thing you know, Jey Uso comes out to help out. They meet on the ramp. They cancel each other out, right? Then we get more of them going back and forth. Then Solo comes out. All right. Jumping on Cody. They do a spear spike tandem move with Roman Reigns and Solo on Cody. John Cena comes out. All right. Takes out Solo. Then now it's John Cena, Roman, and John Cena, Roman, and Cody in the ring. Final boss comes out. Takes out John Cena. Instantly. Okay. The Shield music hits. Surprisingly. Seth Rollins comes out in old Shield gear. But Roman gives him a Superman punch, knocks him out. Then Brock's still in the ring, getting ready to whip on Cody Rhodes. Come on, let's go. Then getting ready to whip on Cody Rhodes. Then Undertaker music hits. Surprisingly, like I felt like I understood why John Cena came out, but Taker threw me for a loop a little bit. I know that Rock and Taker had some history back in the day and had 2 era or whatnot. But he came out, chokeslam the final boss. That was it. And then Seth gets up. Roman wants to get his vengeance from back in the day when Seth turned on Roman in the Shield. His Seth in the back with a chair. Goes to try to spear Cody, and Cody takes over. And 3 crossroads later, 1, 2, 3. Your winner and your new WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. I was hoping for Roman, only because I wanted him to get the Hogan record. He was so close, and I felt that they named it. They broke it up, and while I bring it up, he wasn't gonna let him get it. It was just 100 more days, and Cody's story could have been finished. I felt like there was no timeline on Cody finishing his story, and I felt they could have did it in a way that didn't hurt Cody Rhodes if he didn't finish the story. Not if he didn't necessarily lose at WrestleMania, himself. Maybe like that's I was hoping for Priest trying to cash in, in that way, and him getting pinned or something like that. So where it still save Cody, still save Roman, but excuse me. Cody Rhodes wins. He completes the story. It's emotional for everybody there, for himself. The first Rhodes to win a WWE Championship, and yeah, man, he finished the story. But as everyone's celebrating in the ring, they come out. You got Seth Rollins, you got Kevin Owens, you got Sami Zayn, you got Randy Orton, you got John Cena in the ring, and up on the ramp up there, I was able to see a Rock, final boss, is staring back into the ring, and the story is complete, but that the book isn't finished yet. So that's how night 2 ended. Once again, great night, great WrestleMania. It was warmer, so it wasn't freezing as much. All in all, man, a fantastic 2 nights I can say about WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. The fan of me wanted things to be different, but I definitely understood why things played out the way they did, and I can't complain about the way they played out. I just know that there's more to it, and I'm looking forward to where things are going to go from now on. And so then we get to, let's see, we get to the Raw after WrestleMania, and it took the fans over 1,300 something days, but a lot of them finally decided to acknowledge what Roman Reigns had done all this time, him being the champion, and he got his thank yous, and Cody got his thank yous, and then enters the final boss, right? He comes out in a segment that ran entirely too long for some reason. No idea why it ran that long. I feel like they need to start cutting out some of the, I can't even say like their details or their layers to it, because I didn't see any layers that was being added to the story. For reason why I felt like that promo was like 30 minutes for some reason. And it might have been. It was unreasonably long. But Rock gives Cody something in his hand. It's like they're doing a drug deal. Says, "Hey man, don't you ever break my heart again." And that's it. Rock, we know the Rock got to go do some movies. He's going from May into like August or whatever. Rock tells him, "I'm your boss," and Cody says, "Well, I'm your champion." So that might be something. Who knows? In the future, what that might hold within them, maybe some possible heel turn. I don't know. But Cody Rhodes is the new champion. He got his new plates on. I don't know if they're gonna change the look of the belt. They might change the look of the belt because I think the belt been like that for like 10 years. That logo, maybe close to 10 years. It might be a little less. But Cody's new champion doesn't have a challenger. Don't know what the future holds for Cody Rhodes. We just know he's on SmackDown, and I'm sure maybe on SmackDown they might address what's next for Cody Rhodes and the undisputed WWE Championship going forward. Then, once again, another reason why I can't wait for Raw to be on SmackDown Raw to be on Netflix is because I'm tired of the crowd being censored for chants and different things, and I'm hoping that we get more of what we want and what we can hear and stuff that isn't censored on Netflix. But I can't wait for that. So, like I said last time, man, the story is complete, but a new chapter begins because we know that The Rock is going to come back and we're going to have a Rock versus Cody showdown in some way, some shape or form in the future. Maybe at SummerSlam, maybe at some Crown Jewel or Super Showdown show or something like that. But we know that's happening. We just don't know when. And so that's how that's his life. That's how that is goes. After that, we got the Judgment Day. Judgment Day comes out. All rise for the Judgment Day. They all get, well, I won't say excuse me, they all get one, a good ovation, because everyone still hates Dominic Mysterio. So of course they don't get he doesn't get an ovation, and then they hate JD too, so he doesn't get one either. But the fans were behind Damian Priest. The fans are always behind Rhea Ripley. And Damian Priest came out looking like the devil in a devil suit, but it was still fly though. In the Jack back to R-Truth. Still think he's part of the Judgment Day. Doing the comical relief part of things. Man, I really wish they would have did just Finn and Damian Priest versus Miz and R-Truth at Wrestlemania. I think that should have been a matchup for the story. I don't know why or what happened to go away from that, but that was the main story, and I feel like they went away from that for some reason. Like I said, maybe there's more to it, but I would have liked to see that match at a WrestleMania. Still the 6-pack ladder match, but I know they wanted to split the tag team champions titles, so that was the way to do so. But man, I would have liked that, but it is what it is. So we didn't end up with like a 6-man tag. Awesome Truth versus JD, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio. They're going back and forth, and then John Cena comes out, helps Awesome Truth out. They win. They're the winners of that match, and I don't know, man. Throughout the Mania, I don't know, man. I guess I got so used to big surprises and big names coming back. We had Dragunov from NXT come out, and him and Shinsuke Nakamura had a phenomenal match. There's still solid matches on the card. I guess I was just wanting more bigger surprises, and maybe that's the old era, old regime type of thing. And this new era, new stars are being made, and new stars are getting the push and attention that they deserve. So just gotta get used to it, but I'm sure that I will. We also had Roxanne Perez versus Indy Hartwell. Roxanne Perez won. Candice Ray is still trying to turn Indy, make her be a heel in some way, and Indy Hartwell is still struggling with the idea and trying to grasp her direction of her character and how she wants to do things. But then they announced the draft, which is towards the end of the month, and I'm hopeful for the draft because I want to see LA Knight end up on Raw, and it's going to be interesting to see how they split up these two titles. I'm pretty sure that's probably going to go to SmackDown. It's going to come over to Raw. The US and the Continental Championship is probably going to switch at some point back to each brand or whatever. But possibly new storylines, new feuds. So it could be potentially a good thing. Breakup of factions and teams and stuff that they always say. But we'll see. But I said that's still the end of the month. So we get into Sammy Balboa. He's in a match against Imperium, Ludwig and Giovanni, and Chad Gable comes out to help Sami Zayn out. And Chad Gable, this is my match of Monday Night Raw. It's Chad Gable and Sami Zayn facing Imperium, because Chad Gable was putting on a show. I know he's Chad Gable, but I want to call him Chad Angle right now because he was going crazy, flipping people, suplexing people, flipping off the apron. Like that man was on like Percocets or something like that. He was wilding out. He was on fire, and so that's my match tonight. It's that tag team match there, and it's about time for Chad Gable to get some gold, some singles gold around his waist. It's long overdue for him. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's definitely long overdue for him. I hope they don't heel turn him, but they might be making him eventually gonna heel turn him at some point. But match of the night for me: Sami Zayn, Chad Gable versus Imperium. You let me know what you think as I scroll up to the next thing. Oh, Chelsea Green versus Jade Cargill. Jade comes out, and I don't know why they had this angle for her entrance, but it was like we were looking up her nose the whole time while she was walking down by the ramp. And it was a squash match. I want to see more from Jade Cargill, man. I want to see her do more. Like I said, I want to see how she's able to work in the WWE machine, and I think it could be big things for Jade Cargill in the future. I'm just over excited to see what she can able to do, because she has the physical physique for it. She's like an action figure in a sense, you know. So it's like she got the strength. She's has the possibly has the ability. You know, she has the look. Don't know too much about the promos. Like I said, I don't know much from AEW, and I haven't really seen too much promo work from her in WWE yet. But I want to see more Jade Cargill in the future, and I'm hoping what I see from her is great things. I remember WWE mentioning about a doc going over this whole like Reba and Cody movement in a sense, and I don't want the doc. I don't want the doc right now. Like, the doc comes out Wednesday. It shouldn't come out on Wednesday at all. I feel like the doc should come out like 10 years from now, when we can go back and see how all of this came together. I feel like it's breaking the fourth wall too soon, and letting us in behind things too soon, and I don't want that. So I mean, I can just avoid the doc. Honestly, I ain't gotta complain about it, but I probably will watch it. But I don't think we should get the doc. I think it should be something that we get later on, and let us appreciate fully what just happened, you know, before we peel back the curtain and see the decision and mindset behind everything. So I don't know, that's coming out Wednesday. If I had to rate Monday Night Raw, it'd be like a 3.75 out of 5, if that. It was kind of mid to me, man. Like, I thought it was gonna be bigger than that. Wasn't too much into that for some reason. Like I said, maybe there's other things getting ready to unfold in the future. But I was just so used to the Raw after Mania just being crazy, you know, like the fans were on point. I just think that this time the show wasn't there. But we'll see going forward. I saw today on social media Roman Reigns on the treadmill and saying that we mourned yesterday. Today is day one, and just walk on the treadmill, get up a smirk, and oh man, that's that. What's next for the Tribal Chief? What's next for the head of the table? It's the comeback tour. It's the revenge tour. Are we gonna get an even meaner, destructive, rack everyone and leave type of Roman coming back from his throne? Are we going to miss Roman in the time that he's gone? And there's gonna be a time I feel like we're gonna wish that Roman was back, and I think they're setting up for that. I feel like some stuff is gonna unfold, and we're gonna wish we had Roman Reigns back to save us from whatever's gonna happen. But who knows? In the meantime, make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment. Check out the Superkick store. Check out YouTube. I gotta get back on TikTok more, but check all that stuff out, man. Hit me up. Let me know what you thought about WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, Raw to WrestleMania. Whatever you think about wrestling, let me know. Until next time, I don't know, a little bit longer than I wanted to. But until next time, when I do Friday Night Smackdown, adios. What, do I get anything else? No, I don't. Peace.